My name is Fatima Sumani. I completed University for Development Studies, offered integrated development studies. Yes, I ventured into fashion and designing as just the interest, the skill I'd wanted to just acquire, the passion that drove me into it. From UDS, after my national service, I then decided to pursue it as a profession. I grew up with a sister who is also into sewing. I think that's where I had my skill from. But I was just doing it for fun until I completed in 2011. Then I had people telling me, Fati, this is your fault, this is your fault. Like, you are good at what you do, this is it. Then gradually, after my national service, I personally realized that, yeah, this is the path I want to take. That was when I pursued it professionally.
Fatima is one of hundreds of graduates who have chosen to do jobs not related to their academic credentials. She opted to learn how to sew for colleagues at UDS to express her creativity, create wealth, and attain personal fulfillment.
Yes, some were skeptical. They'll tell you, why do you want to? Mostly we speak to you, they'll say, I don't know, person would die now. Okay, like, but some too understood my path because I was actually working for them whilst at the university. I was sewing for them, so they bought into the idea and gave me that support. Yes. Some are into the public sector, others, unfortunately, are still searching for jobs.
At the end of her national service in 2012, she decided to enroll at Agric Creation University College for 6 months of training in fashion design. Fatima says she saved the monthly allowance for the training.
Whilst having my national service program, I had it in mind already that right after national service, I was going to pursue this course, and it involves money. So I saved my allowance for that 1 whole year period. So what I saved is what I took to school. But the point that you actually need capital to start something is not the whole, that's not the whole situation. Your passion pushes you. You can actually start. My field, for instance, having even just a needle and thread is enough for you to gather money for a sewing machine. Then after the sewing machine, you can also gather enough for a different thing. That was how I grew.
What happened after the 6 months of training?
I've not taken a loan to start my business. I started with just a bulk sum of like 7,000 Ghana cedis for my fixtures, the machines, and other stuff for the training within the 4 years. Then I had 7,000 Ghana cedis to start with, and that was my savings for 4 years. Yes, and that's what I started with.
The 34-year-old does not regret making such a decision, but how much does she earn?
Months, if we do most bridals, so in a month where we have the bridal clients coming in, we can make like 20. Yes, we can make like 20. But there are also times you make less. Yes, there are also times you make. Yeah, that's profit. There are also times you make less than 1,000 Ghana cedis. There are times like that with the business. You make less than 1,000 Ghana cedis, and there are also times you make more of it.
So far, Fatima has trained 21 women at her institute. 6 of them are graduates from various universities across the country.
Yes.
Nafisa Abdallah, a KNUST real estate graduate, and Besla Kando, who also studied community nutrition from UDS, are among the current trainees.
My name is Abdallah Nafisa too. I'm a graduate of land real estate from the University of Science and Technology. And yeah, I've been here for about a month now. I So far, we've learned how to do basic hand stitches, decorative stitches, seams, and now we are working on finishes. So I'm working on one now. And I'm sure, I hope, and I'm sure that at the end of the 6 months learning period, I'll be able to make my own clothes and make clothes for my family as well. And I'll be able to
So my name is Blesla Nafwe Kando. I work with NOSAC. It's an NGO in Tamale as the Youth Advocacy and Campaigns Coordinator. And I'm basically here to learn everything I need to know about fashion. And so I took this step to join this fashion class and learn, because fashion is one thing that I've always loved and I've always wanted to explore, but I've never really found the right time to do it. And so I've been talking to Fati for a while now, and then when the opportunity presented to join the weekend class, I said, why not? Let me come and do something that I've always wanted to learn, something that I love and I use almost every day. And so it's something that I like to always wear prints, and so I like to sew a lot of prints, and I like to be able to play with the things that I want to wear, the designs and all that. And so I feel like if I learn how to make them, then I can make them for myself.
Nafisa, for instance, prefers being an entrepreneur and creator of wealth to being employed by someone.
Okay, so I graduated in 2020. We are part of the Corona graduates, so yes. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm actually a first class student, first class graduate in real estate. I was part of the first 3 in our class. So and I'll be able to start a business of my own if I want to. Looking at the unemployment situation in our country, I think it's best to have a handiwork, something you can do for yourself, and still have time for your family. So that was why I opted to be part of this 6 months class.
c𝐿𝐶𝐿, go you.
Fatima says there is hope for her business, and there is also hope for graduates chasing a few non-existing jobs. A report by Mohammed NURUDEEN.